You're watching ABC7 News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for being with us tonight.
Our top story, the gaming community is mourning the loss of two of their own who were gunned down during a tournament.
Meanwhile, we're learning new details about the man who opened fire yesterday inside that Jacksonville venue. Omar Jimenez joins us live from Jacksonville tonight with the latest in that investigation now. Omar?
New details from the Jacksonville sheriff. The sheriff saying that surveillance video clearly shows the shooter acting alone, and while he had two handguns on him, only used one of them. There was a question about whether he acquired these legally. Well, the sheriff added those details, saying that both of them were purchased the right way in Maryland from a licensed dealer, but that it wasn't clear exactly when they were purchased. He only said they were done so recently. Now, 13 victims in total in this, 2 of them killed, and 11 continue to recover in the hospital.
Next thing you know, pop, 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 pop. It was the scariest thing in my life.
From the hospital bed, survivors are speaking out about escaping bullets during an online gaming tournament. The event was being live streamed when gunfire erupted.
What are you shooting with? Oh.
Competitive players of the football video game Madden were in Jacksonville hoping to earn a chance to compete for large cash prizes. Now, they're mourning the loss of 2 of their own.
You know, for him to come to a gaming event where, as his mother, I thought he'd be safe, and he wasn't. It's insane.
While authorities have not released the names of the 2 players who died, the gaming community is reporting their names and paying tribute. One of them is 27-year-old Taylor Robertson from West Virginia, who had won the national tournament 2 years ago. The other was 22-year-old Eli Clayton, a former high school football player from California.
It makes me never want to, leave the house anymore now. It's scary.
Authorities say the gunman took his own life, and while police have not released a possible motive, witnesses say they believe the attack was targeted.
So I believe it was jealousy over some being successful and him barely making it.
And authorities are still trying to corroborate that theory that this was an act of jealousy after losing a particular game. The sheriff would not go into details on that, but we are hearing from one family member of Eli Lake, who is the 22-year-old killed in this, and he said, "My cousin has to bury her firstborn, and it is just as terrible as it sounds. Our family has been forever changed. Nothing will replace the love that we have for Elijah." And gamers and witnesses saying that there was a visible lack of security at this event, and we are still waiting to hear back from EA Sports on that assertion. Reporting live from Jacksonville, I'm Omar Jimenez.
Omar, thank you. Here at home, a Venice woman is charged with arson for allegedly setting a garage on fire last month. Sarasota County Sheriff's Office says the woman called 911 to report someone had set her garage door on fire using a gas can at the side of her home. Now, a Sheriff's Office canine tracked the suspect to about a block away to another home. A witness also saw a woman walk up the driveway and light the fire. Eventually, Jessica Horbeck was arrested. She remains in jail tonight.
A teen remains in the hospital tonight after being hit by a car in Northport this morning. That call came in shortly after 5:30 a.m. that a driver had hit a pedestrian on North Salford Boulevard near McKenna Avenue. Police found that 19-year-old John Serrano critically injured. He was flown to the hospital to be treated. Police say the road was dark and Serrano was jogging in the middle of the road. No charges are expected at this time.
A 62-year-old man is now safe after being rescued just north of Isla Morada. Coast Guard officials say Robert Vonnegut's son reported him overdue after he didn't return home Sunday night. Coast Guard helicopter crew found the 10-foot sailboat and then found Vonnegut. The Coast Guard was able to successfully rescue him with no reported injuries.
Well, some major storms in our area right now. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob?
That's right. Some intense lightning, too, taking place into Venice, up to Nokomis and Osprey, spreading northward into Sarasota here soon. The sea breeze front has never really got too far inland, so it collided with that east coast breeze right there near I-75, and the storms have really gained in intensity, similar to the lightning strikes we saw on Saturday with continuous lightning lightning occurring near Venice right now, and you can see those storms really firing up. Northport, you're out of the danger as far as that goes, but look at all that lightning extending from South Venice through Venice, Nokomis, all the way up to Osprey now, and we're getting over 332 strikes just within the last 10 minutes. The rainfall rate pretty impressive too, up to 2 inches per hour. And then as we move northward, you can see it has now moved into Lake Sarasota, also into Bee Ridge and Fruitville, all the way up to Lakewood Ranch, the southern end of Lakewood Ranch. This is going to spread northward as it pushes to the west at 10 to 15 miles an hour. So folks in downtown Sarasota, Siesta Key, get ready for some heavy rainfall and some frequent lightning, as well as it is moving off to the west with a little southwest motion to it. But again, the outflow boundary from this will intensify these storms as we see right now. Here's some areas that will get hit. 512 just in about less than 7 minutes in downtown Sarasota. Get ready for some rain. This one has just flared up into near Palmetto up to Ellington. You can see those two frontal boundaries, little west coast sea breeze and that east coast meeting right there, and that's where the storm has a tendency to fire up right now. And on top of that, the winds are all out of the east northeast, but near the coast they're still out of that west, and that is allowing these storms to converge right there and really show up in some intensity. And we're going to expect more of the same, it looks like, on Tuesday, with most of the rain west of I-75, something we really haven't seen much of this summer. We'll have much more on that coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. 2 days after the death of Senator John McCain, the tributes continue to pour in from around the world. His family now releasing details about his funeral plans. McCain will lie in state at the Arizona Capitol on Wednesday. On Thursday, a memorial service will be held at a Phoenix church. And on Saturday, there will be a memorial service at Washington's National Cathedral, and he will be buried on Sunday at the U.S. Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland. Today, a McCain family spokesman read a final letter from the senator.
I've often observed that I am the luckiest person on earth. I feel that way even now as I prepare for the end of my life.
Former Vice President Joe Biden, former Presidents George W. Bush and Barack Obama will be among those who deliver eulogies for McCain. Senators Chuck Schumer and Mitch McConnell are now requesting flags on all government buildings stay at half-staff until Sunday evening after McCain is laid to rest. The White House lowered its flag again earlier this afternoon after raising it just after midnight.
McCain made a stop here on the Suncoast back in 2008 during his presidential campaign. He was here with his wife Cindy and brought on stage by then Republican Governor Charlie Crist. This was during the era of the Joe the Plumber theme in his campaign, trying to appeal to blue-collar voters. One local Republican political consultant watching that day said McCain's war hero history was what distinguished him.
I think he was unique because, in part because he would go against the Republican establishment in a way that the media really liked to report on. The term maverick was used by the media on him all the time, and I think it's one that he did not mind at all.
McCain lost Florida in the election that year. Thompson called McCain a war hero and an outstanding senator.
ABC7 business commentator Richard Stern joins us now with news of a terrific start to the new week on Wall Street.
It was pretty good when I was here at noon, and it only got better and better and better. Well, of the three indices we follow every day, two of them set record closes. The S&P 500 was a record on Friday, and it went up today, so that's a record. The NASDAQ closed at a record high, the first time ever above 8,000. And oh yes, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, ho-hum, over 26,000 for the first time since the 2nd of February. And what's the catalyst? Well, it appears that a new trade agreement with Mexico, some are calling it, you call it what you want, NAFTA 2. It's still in the works, but looks like a done deal. Wall Street loved it. Let's take a look at the numbers. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, as I say, that's the one that didn't create a record, up 259 points, closing at 26,049.64, a gain of 1%. That on heavy volume, 1,266,000,000 shares. The NASDAQ for the day, the first close ever above 8,000, 8,017.90, up 72 points. 0.9%, also on heavy volume of 2,603,000,000 shares. And the S&P set a record for a second consecutive day. There you see 2,896.74, up 22 points, just over 0.75%. Well, with all the good news, everything moved higher today, right? Not right at all. Tesla Well, you may recall about 3 weeks ago when Elon Musk said, "I've got the financing in place to take this company private." Well, the SEC had a problem with that. That's the Securities and Exchange Commission, not the Southeastern Conference. But the SEC had a problem with it, and so did a lot of shareholders. Well, they're trying to work their way back. Now Musk says it will remain as a public company, and they're trying to increase the production of their Model M series, Model 3. Their goal is to get production up to 6,000 cars a week by the end of this week, and up to 10,000 cars a week by the end of this calendar year. So we'll see how it goes, but not a good day for Tesla and a good day everywhere else.
All right, well, what can we expect for tomorrow?
Well, you know, retail, Target knocked them dead last week. Best Buy is coming out with earnings tomorrow morning before the close, and with all the momentum going on, pretty hard to stop them.
All right, thank you so much, Richard. We'll see you tomorrow.
You're welcome.
Still to come in your Suncoast News, how dozens of seabirds are suffering the negative impacts of red tide.
And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will tell us about some evening storms in our area tonight, plus why doctors say aspirin does little to prevent first-time heart problems. The story's coming up next.
The ABC7 Stock Report is sponsored by Sunset Cadillac.
I used to dread getting up and going to work.
I was done with the corporate grind.
I was tired of being a starving artist.
And I started looking around for a business that I believed in, and I kind of wanted to do something a little more green.
My SCORE mentor helped me take the first step.
He helped me create a business plan and helped me implement it.
They've really taught me how to think big.
SCORE helped me to make the unimaginable possible, all for free.
I'm here because of SCORE.
I'm here because of SCORE.
Get your free business mentor at score.org.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 20% on our beautiful light finishes during the California Closet's Shades of White event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
According to a new survey by U.S. News & World Report, 3 of Alabama's top 4 hotels and resorts are part of the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail Resort Collection. The Grand Hotel Marriott Resort in Point Clear, the Battle House Renaissance Mobile Hotel and Spa, and the Renaissance Birmingham Ross Bridge Golf Resort and Spa. Hey, we didn't invent Southern hospitality, we just offer more of it. Visit rtjgolf.com/resorts to find out more.
Temperatures are rising and the deals are heating up during the summer clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota. Get KBB's 2017 Best Buy Award overall winner, the Chrysler Pacifica, for just $22,999. Or save big and get the new Chrysler 300 Touring with an MSRP over $30,000 for just $21,999. That's a savings of over $8,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota today.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 20% on our beautiful light finishes during the California Closet's Shades of White event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Red tide is now killing Suncoast shorebirds. After months of minimal reports of sick or dying birds, the floodgates opened this morning and dozens of birds were taken to Save Our Seabirds in Sarasota for treatment. ABC7's Jess Dowdrick joins us live from there tonight. And just how many of the birds are being affected and where were they found?
Scott
Before today, there were only 6 birds brought here in the last 3 weeks, suffering from the effects of red tide. However, I was just told that today, Save Our Seabirds broke its record of the number of birds brought in one day. 42 of them from Siesta, Longboat, and Lido Keys are now inside here fighting for their lives.
Unfortunately, this red tide is affecting everything, and it was a matter of time before it affected the bird populations as well.
Kylie Wilson walked Lido Beach Monday, as she does every week. Only this time, she found the devastation she knew was coming.
We found at least 20 birds within 100 yards of each other, all sanderlings and ruddy turnstones, which are smaller shorebirds that feed on small crustaceans along the shorelines.
The birds couldn't get up, not able to walk or fly away.
We don't really know why it happens like this, just all of a sudden. It seems that the neurotoxins may be built up. They've been ingesting these fish and toxic things for the last 3 weeks.
Now 40+ birds are in the care of Dana Leeworthy and her team at Save Our Seabirds.
Right now we're doing a lot of supportive care and fluid therapy at this point. A lot of them are coming in not well.
5 of the birds have passed away, but a few have recovered quickly and can walk again after only a few hours of care.
Today's been a really detrimental day. I mean, we had a feeling that this was going to happen, but we thought it was going to be kind of a trickle-in effect, but it was a mass entrance.
The key to saving the birds' lives is getting them help as soon as possible. That's where the community comes in.
If people are on the beaches, bring them in right away. A lot of times people aren't seeing them because they are the color of the sand.
If you see any birds in distress, you're asked to pick them up with a towel or a piece of cloth and keep the radio and air conditioning off in the car and bring them immediately to Save Our Seabirds.
It just came in like a wave, and so we can probably expect that we're going to be seeing a lot more.
The staff at Save Our Seabirds is also asking for donations. If you have any extra towels or pieces of cloth that they can use to pick up these birds, you're asked to bring those in. Also, they could use playpens to keep them in and heating pads as well. Reporting live in Sarasota, Jess Dowdrick, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Jess, thank you. Thank goodness we have a facility like Save Our Seabirds here that can care for these birds.
Yeah, it's a tragic story, you know, it seems to keep going and going and going. Yeah. Another dangerous thing right now is lightning. Yeah. And on this date, 27 years ago, 2 people were killed on Siesta Key from a bolt from the blue. Denise Willer and Bob Beaudry were walking along the beach and opposite directions. They crossed each other. Lightning hit from the blue. It was not raining, just like it is now, and in Siesta Key. And then, sure enough, they died as a result of that. So there's been a lot of bolts from the blue over the weekend too. I want to let people know about that. The dangers of lightning are back, and they're going to stay with us too over this upcoming work week. The east wind around that area of high pressure continues to bring in the convergence that you need with the west coast sea breeze developing, and that's where the storms tend to really fire up, and it's hung up right there along I-75. Now it's starting to break on through. We saw a tremendous amount of lightning near Inglewood. That is now moving on, but Venice still getting it. And all the way up now to Lakewood Ranch or nearby, you can see the continuous lightning strikes that are occurring. Special marine warning in effect for the coastal waters of Sarasota right now until 5:30 due to this storm, which, as I said, most of the lightning now offshore with this particular cell, but still some lingering lightning strikes even behind that heavy rainfall, and that is now spreading up to Siesta Key. Siesta Key is getting the rain. Heavy rainfall right now in Siesta Key with lightning strikes occurring there. More lightning expected as you move up the coast, and this one in particular near Bradenton and Palmetto has really fired up. Notice most of the rain now west of I-75, although we're still seeing it east thereof on into Tatum, also into Laurel Oak. Yeah, looks like Heritage Oaks, I should say, some heavier rainfall, and Heritage Harbor not getting that rainfall right now, but still there's a bolt outside of the rain area occurring just to the west of I-75. You can see these two meeting right here. Here's one right there. Here's the east coast breeze coming in, and that's the reason why we're starting to see a little bit more activity near Bradenton. There is the marine warning in effect until 5:30 for coastal waters. As we look at the big picture with that high pressure off the Carolina coast, we're going to continue to see that east to northeast wind, which will butt up against that sea breeze in the afternoon. So these storms will stick around till around 7 o'clock for the most part. Most of the activity should be over for us although there'll still be a few lingering storms possibly inland. We'll look for generally fair skies after midnight, and then we'll do it all over again on Tuesday and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, even into the weekend. In fact, the weekend promises to see a little bit more activity due to a weak disturbance moving through the area at the same time. But as far as that east wind goes, good news as far as the smell penetrating inland. It won't have much of a chance to do that as a result of the stronger east wind throughout the next several days. Now, the weather headlines read like this: afternoon storms through the week and into the weekend. Expect that dangerous lightning with some heavy rain to be around. Winds will be out of the southeast through the early afternoon, with a little west coast breeze being pinned near I-75 westward all the way into the Gulf of Mexico. So a similar setup that we would normally expect all summer long. Well, this is not too active right now, but we have a couple of tropical waves coming off the coast of Africa we'll keep an eye on. And we have a new storm out there, Miriam, which has a potential for having impacts down the road onto Hawaii once again. For boaters, winds will be out of the southeast at 10 knots. Seas will be running 1 to 2 feet with a light chop on the bays and inland waters, and looks like we will see a good chance for scattered late-day storms, so boaters keep that in mind. Do your boating in the morning hours. 60% chance for storms tomorrow and 50% on both Wednesday and Thursday, and looks like a pretty good chance for scattered storms over the weekend. Those rain chances may be going up too as models continue to show more and more activity right on in through Labor Day. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Let's check first alert traffic. We're seeing a crash now on US 41 in Bradenton. This is just before you get to State Road 70. That left lane there is blocked, causing some traffic to back up in the area, but not too bad, typically of what you might see at this hour. Jacqueline?
Thanks, Scott. In health news tonight, doctors have long recommended that people who have already had a heart attack or a stroke take aspirin every day to prevent another one. Now, major research has tested whether aspirin can also help prevent first-time heart problems. One study looked at patients at moderate risk of a heart problem because of health issues like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or smoking. Results showed no benefit from aspirin, but those patients were already taking other medicines that likely lowered their risks. So for now, doctors say aspirin does most good for people who already have heart disease. Well, it's a natural reaction to want to do everything you can as a parent to keep your children safe and free of harm. But can an overbearing parenting style spell problems for a child later on in life? According to one recent study, it is possible. Researchers found that over-controlling parenting of a child at age 2 was associated with poorer emotional and behavioral regulation at age 5. The children who had better emotional regulation at age 5 were less likely to have emotional or social problems at age 10 and were also more likely to do better in school. Coming up, a false alarm at a high school football game sends thousands of people running from the stands. And when NASA may be able to start launching astronauts from the U.S. once again. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Don't hide it. We know that sometimes emotions just get the better of you, especially at the Honda Summer Spectacular event. And we know getting a deal on the Honda Civic, a 2018 KBB.com Best Buy, can be quite liberating. Especially when this stylish Honda Civic comes with Sport Mode.
Yes! Yes!
Express what you're feeling at the Honda Summer Spectacular event.
I'm happy you're happy.
Visit your local Honda dealer and test drive the Honda Civic today.
I witnessed him have 2 heart attacks in ICU. He went through seizures.
We'd much rather have Aaron like this than dead. A lot of parents don't have that luxury.
He can't talk. He can't walk. This is a condition Aaron will live with for the rest of his life because he abused prescription pills.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TrueStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
I'll be right back. Hi! You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. If you're probably sober, then why would you do that? Good choice.
Probably okay isn't okay. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
That's a full glass of wine. I'll be chatting you later.
My life motto is keep moving. And as hard as it was when my husband passed away, I knew I had to keep doing what I love. Oops, coming. But I needed help with my insurance, and that's what the NAIC provides. They have resources to help you and your family make the best decision, and they'll help you to keep moving forward, just like me.
One of the biggest high school football games in Arkansas was canceled after a fight led to rumors of gunshots outside the stadium. Police say more than 38,000 people were in attendance for the rivalry game when someone fired a taser during a fight. Some people thought that taser deployment sounded like a gunshot, causing thousands of people and both football teams to run for the exits. Police say there was no gunfire, but that game was canceled.
2, 1, 0, and liftoff, the final liftoff of Atlantis on the shoulders of the space
NASA may soon be back in the business of carrying humans into low Earth orbit. NASA's top official says the agency will once again be making those trips in 2019. He told USA Today that NASA is very close to being able to fly American astronauts on American rockets from American soil. Of course, now we rely on the Russians. The last time the agency sent a crew to low Earth orbit was the space shuttle Atlantis' final mission 7 years ago. NASA's administrator believes NASA could take over the job for the middle of next year.
Well, summer is coming to an end, but at least we have one final beautiful full moon to take a look at. These stunning images were captured in Japan last night. The August moon is often called the sturgeon moon, according to the Old Farmer's Almanac. That's because sturgeon fish are easily caught in August and early September. A Clearwater Coast Guard helicopter pilot was out on the water with his family when he saw a boat capsize. Justin Pacheco says the 22-foot boat capsized within 10 seconds, leaving 2 people in the water. He and his family immediately called 911 and jumped into action to save them. That couple was taken to a nearby marina and did not suffer any injuries. Well, still to come on your Suncoast News, how construction is causing flooding concerns for a busy area in downtown Sarasota.
And details about the site where that Atlanta Braves spring training complex is going up now. Why old bombs and ammunition could be buried beneath the ground.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 20% on our beautiful light finishes during the California Closet's Shades of White event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Get more for your money during the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Sunset Subaru. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Forester is an IIHS top safety pick for 12 years running. Now lease a new Subaru Forester for just $229 a month or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
The body, it is a work of art and a powerful ally in the fight against cancer. A new approach called immunotherapy works by helping our immune system correctly identify and eradicate many types of cancer cells. Speak with your doctor and visit su2c.org/immunotherapy to learn more. Your body might just be your greatest hope.
You want a Maserati, but you need an SUV.
Why not have both? Levante, the Maserati of SUVs.
Experience it at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
Are you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 20% on our beautiful light finishes during the California Closet's Shades of White event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.